I am live. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Well, I got to say, it is such a great day, evening. So I have my kitties are here. I have Rocky who's dying to jump on my lap. So if I sort of jilt, that's because Rocky is coming up on my lap. And I have a kitty. Can you see Kitty? There's a kitty back. That's Grady Baby. And Rocky is Rocky Balboa. Rocky goes after my other kitties. He doesn't like kitties. He loves humans. So he's sitting right next to me right now because as I was going live, he jumped on my lap and I went, I put him down because I had to turn us on. So that being said, I need to sing for you. You know what I got to sing? Oh, what I sing every time. Such a day, yeah. Such a mighty fine day, night. Such a day, yeah. Such a mighty fine day, yeah, yeah. Woo! What can I say? I sing that. You know what? I've got some awards, and I'm talking about running today, and it will correlate with what we're talking about, which is inspiration versus habits. Um, I was running, and I was all alone, and I'm running, and I said, God, I really wish I could share this with someone, but get a grip, Marquita. It's going to be okay. And I started singing such a day. Yeah. I was looking around and the sun was out and it was just such a nice time. And that song came out of me. Da, 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 da. Such a mighty fine day. I started running in tempo and that gave me the tempo of the song. It gave me the song. And then when I went to record it, I was in the studio and Mark Vincent was the producer there and the engineer. And he said, you need another part to it. So then I went back and on this piano right in back of me, I started writing another part for it. If I was to sit and think of how I long to share my life, and the sadness would fill me. It would stop my life from flight. So I wrote this other part because someone said, you're going to have to. And I decided I needed to. And I did it. And we have a song. So I was inspired by this song, to do it when I ran. But then I got told, you need more. And it was true. So I had to actually do action, not just inspiration, but get into action. So now I wanted to tell you also about my running. You can see medals here. Okay, I took them from where they normally are and put them back here on the piano. When I started running in LA, I started running back in Philadelphia. And that was in 1977. I had started teaching at the same time. And I started running because of wanting to look better. Because us ladies, we have handles down here, Oh my gosh. And she's showing you right down here. I didn't go all the way down looking at if I'm seeing this the screen correctly. But I started running. And I couldn't run. Oh, I couldn't run. Golly, not even a quarter of a mile. I was dying. I thought, oh my gosh. But I was inspired. And I went out another day and another day. Then one day I did 15 miles. I was like blue in the face. Came back inside. I went, oh my gosh, I did all that running. But I was so determined. And also a love started welling up in me. I loved running. And I was inspired. I was able to do more and more. When I came to LA, I ended up with a chiropractor who ended up being my coach. And then he said, I want you to enter races. And the other people were already doing that. I said, oh no, I got to put myself on the line, And so I didn't tell anybody. And I entered a 5K. Okay, that, 6.2 miles. It was in Magic Mountain. And I went there myself. And I went in the race. I won second place for women. Second place for women. I never ran a race before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a winner. It felt really good, So it inspired me more, but I hated the work. But I had a coach and I had to do certain things. We met and I had to run. I had to run around the track. And then when I decided to do marathons, this is the LA Marathon here. Woo! You see that marathon, LA? Now the date is very old, I got to tell you, yeah. But fast forwarding, I did the habits that allowed that inspiration to develop. And I have all these medals because of it. And I was a winner in running. Now, when it came to singing, I didn't develop these habits. When I was younger, I was inspired. I loved singing. I'd be out in the tree in the backyard. Oh, I'm singing like mad. It came easy to me. I was naturally a singer. I sang from a very early age, did my first show when I was like 10 or 11. It just came naturally. I was inspired to do it. I loved to do it. But then it was the hard work. Somebody else pushed me. And they also pushed me down. So part of my problem was mental. Part of my straining, was because of being pushed and yelling and screaming inside. But also, I had this bad habit of not really wanting to practice. I didn't learn how to push myself because I had my father pushing me. That was his piano. It's mine now. Hello. I loved it. I loved to get on stage and I would knock it out on stage. And here is Rocky. Okay. This is Rocky Balboa. I'm going to put this down here. There you go. There's Rocky. And he finally got what he wanted, to be up on my lap. So now I loved being on stage and I could knock it out. At 17, supposed to be a star in the Philadelphia papers. It was all, next star. I was with the William Morris agency. So there's a lot of winning, but I wasn't winning inside. I wasn't doing what I needed to do. I was being pulled along. And a lot of you don't have this, but you're straining, because my big thing right now is helping people with straining, okay? But I'm going to correlate that with my friends who will see this, and they aren't singers. And it's with everything, the inspiration versus the habits. I didn't learn good habits. I was pushed in. I was forced to practice. But I was inspired. But my career, I left home at 19, and slowly but surely, even though I was with a William Morris agency, I was working, I was doing things, I was singing, came easy. I didn't get the habits that I needed. The real habits that would keep me going with my career, with my singing going well, with my talent going well. So little by little, that went down. Now, I wasn't teaching. I was teaching. I wasn't teaching. And I started teaching. I can't remember the year it was. But I can encourage people. I got them to do what they needed to do. And fast forward now, to what's happening now. I was inspired to write a book about my life, but I didn't like the work. I didn't like to have to do habits for that. But I started doing different habits. I started scheduling things. I started having rituals, getting up early and biting the bullet. Did I like it? No. But same thing as with running. I had to do the running. I was telling this story on Tuesday about being at this, doing 16 miles. And Rocky is like loving the love here, you know. Oh, please keep it going. I had to do a 16 miler. I had to do a long one because I was doing marathons. And I've done quite a few. And so what I did with my ritual in order to get out and be successful was I had the clothes set the night before. And I came downstairs and I stood at the door in my running outfit. And I went like this out the door. I knew if I didn't do that, if I stopped for a minute to think or to go into the kitchen and get my coffee, which I loved, it was over. I would not do the 16 miles because like, what the heck? It's early in the morning. I got to do 16 miles. And I just, that was it. That's what got me out the door to do this. I wanted to win. I wanted to do the marathon. I am a 3:47 marathoner. That was like, I guess I was in my 40s. I'm telling you, I've told everybody I'm 75. And I'm inspired to sing now. But how did that happen? I changed, number one, my mental habits. The bad habits that were, from childhood, took counseling, got more self-assured. It built me up. Running taught me something. But I also had to face the fact that I was lazy with practicing. When I did the book, it was like I didn't like doing all of that work and having to research or get the old pictures out and accumulate everything. I didn't like all the work. And I realized it's in my bones to be lazy. We are lazy, a lot of us. Okay, so I'm talking to you guys. I didn't want to do the work. A lot of singers don't want to do the work. They just want instant results. They want to make it. They're inspired. They love it. There's the habits. You might have natural talent like me. And if you do not get over the fact that you just don't want to do the hard work and start creating those new habits, your inspiration isn't going to help you. It's great to bring you and start you and motivate you and to go, but it won't carry you for the long run. You see, it's the same thing in losing weight. You're inspired. You really want to lose weight. But what are your habits now? You really don't want to do the hard work if you keep going back and gaining back the weight. You really aren't being honest that you are not doing. You've got bad habits and you need to change them to good habits. Your posture. I talk to singers all the time. Your posture. There was a girl at the gym. I love going to the gym, okay? There was a girl at the gym and she was like this. She had to be like 20 something and her body was like down and curvature of the spine was happening. Yes, you can reload. Whitey Snowy? Hope you can re-upload your life. Guess what? You're going to be able to listen to this again. And you need to listen to all of this because there's so much. And remember, I go live every Tuesday, so I digress. So what was I telling? Oh, the girl at the gym. Oh my gosh, I was dying, okay? And with singers, it's the same thing, down. And I say, you've got to create a new habit with your body because you won't be able to breathe correctly. And it's hard if you've been doing this for years. It's hard to get the correct breathing and the correct, keeping your rib cage up so that right here in the middle, you can come out and support your tones. So if you've been down like this, when you go for a note, you're going to pull in, you're going to strain. And that's what I'm all about with singers. But this girl at the gym, this is like what happens, okay? I said, you look so pretty. Oh, thank you. But your back is down, and if you would stand up, you would look even better, and it would be even better for your lifting. She was doing some, we're doing like lift, and she says, oh, I know, I've really tried to do it, but it's really hard, and 20 years old, she's down like this. Okay. I said, no, you aren't trying. You don't really want to, because if you wanted to, you would be doing it. It was like, oh my gosh, who is this lady, this older woman telling me this? Well, you know what? My younger self, if I was to go back, I would say, look, wake up. You're just lazy. You don't want to practice, and you don't want to find those things out in order to keep your voice healthy, to keep your profession going, to keep everything supple so you can last. You have no idea what's going to happen if you don't keep working hard. See, I was telling her that. She didn't want to hear it because she really didn't believe in the fact that she had to do the habit. She just wanted it. Oh, other people have told me that, and I've really tried and everything. No, I kept saying, I finally said, yeah, left it, because she didn't want to hear it. A singer comes in and I say, you're straining. I just think I need to sing more of my songs. No, you need to do that. Because we've been locked down and we aren't performing as much. And so, yes, we're rusty. A lot of us are rusty because you've got to perform your songs practicing during the day. But a lot of performers aren't doing that. They're going on stage and they're singing, and it's always come out, and they're expecting, and then all of a sudden, it's not coming out as good. I can't hit the note that I used to hit. On Tuesday, I mentioned that. And, I had to lower the key. Well, guess what? The revelation is that you just haven't been practicing. Number one, your songs. You don't have the habits. You have the inspiration. I got to keep going. I want it. When this COVID and everything breaks out, which is now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to sing and I'm going to do my songs. And now you get with the band and where you're practicing your songwriting and you're singing, and I can't sing. Okay, let me do the song again. You've created bad habits all along, and now it's coming to roost. You see, I did it. I didn't create my ritual of good habits. I had bad habits, and I skimmed, because I've been singing all my life. So what the heck? And I'm telling other people to practice, but I had to do it myself. And then I got inspired. I said, what the heck? I am not the person that got told you'll never be anything without me when I was like 17, when I was 10, when I was whatever age. You'll never be anything without me. And I lived that. So mine was mental, but it was also my laziness. So I worked through that. I got, because I had bad habits and I straightened, because of those two things, okay? I physically hurt. I was emotionally, a basket when I was 20. And then mentally, I bought the lie. So I changed all that, but I still had the bad habits of not practicing enough. And I did, but I still didn't do it enough until even recently, I just love was singing again, because running became the first love. And I nailed it. I got the medals. And I did sing, and I was okay, and I did things, and I've been teaching people, and I'm singing all through, but I didn't really change. There were these other changes. I needed to cross over that bridge where I really committed myself. See that commitment, that belief in yourself is so important. But you can get inspired, but now the new habits, I now changed a lot of the things that I'm singing, how I'm singing, but I practice like mad. And the singers now, because of all the locking and everything, and just, getting rusty, you still have created bad habits if you're straining. You still have to look at how you've done things and change. And it doesn't feel good. But I totally, after years of changing and changing this and changing that, but I didn't really go that extra mile and just believe and say, no, I got to really change. I got to be dogged about practice. I got to be dogged about hitting that note in a different way. As I'm coming up, I've got to transition into, like, when you have the mix, when you have the chest voice down here and you transition to the mix, I got to work it really hard and transition into that high note. And I got to keep going. That's what I tell my singers. You're straining. It isn't just you have to practice songs. You have to have now rituals with the habits. Inspiration, yes. New habits, but you have to have the rituals that will keep those habits and inspire you in the very beginning of the day. And you don't make excuses that you can't do that practice. Your muscles, you're dealing with muscles, remember? So you got to practice exercises. You can't just do the songs. You've got to exercise all those transitions in your voice. I don't have time to do that. That is bull. You just aren't making the time to do that. People have companies, multiple companies. They find the time. Women who have definitely several children are still making it in business and doing hard. Why? Because they schedule. They decided rituals. They do things, scheduling, and they take out the things. You don't watch TV in the evening. You get to bed and you get up a little bit earlier and you think about what you're going to do that day. I plan it ahead, 1 week ahead. And what do I schedule in there? Going to the gym, my practice, my students, all the important things. You do it with a doctor's appointment, okay? And this was taught to me by Darren Hardy. Okay. He taught me, and that's why I have, where is it? There it is. That's why I have my book back there. I did the ritual of writing every day. I cut out the time and I did it. I didn't just want it and feel bad that I hurt my voice and I strain my voice and then cover it up. You see, those habits come in. And we just don't want to do the hard work. And singers are lazy. I hate to tell you. Okay? So remember, you might have all the talent in the world, but as we get older, how long do machines last? I'm 75 and I've got more energy now. I outran 20-year-olders. And I was like twice their age, and they were laughing in the beginning of a race. I had 2 girls laughing. And at the end of the race, as I was passing them, they were not laughing. But I believed, you see? So now you've got to believe in the fact that you must have rituals and new habits in order to have singing for a lifetime. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be singing it. They're going to put me in the grave and I'm going to be, So I hope I've inspired you to get into your habits. Find out what the problems are. Could be, that you had childhood stuff that people told you shut up, you'll never make it. You'll never do anything good. Whatever. You could have that. Go ahead, fix that. I did. But I kept hurting my voice because I had bad habits too. I had to look at me, not what somebody else did. I couldn't, the victim mentality is gone. Now it's like, what habits do you have? I created bad habits. I was lazy. I'm not lazy now, honey. I am inspired, but now I have rituals. I get up early in the morning. I know what my day is going to be like, and I get the practice in. We're doing a show. I'm practicing my songs every day. I challenge my students. Are you practicing your songs? See, as pro singers, people that want to lose weight, you want a better relationship. What are the habits? Oh, we're trying. We don't know what to do. I mean, we're really trying. No, you aren't. If you really wanted it, you'd find out what you needed in order to make the change. Bottom line. Bottom line. Okay? Okay. So now singers, my babies, what are you doing? Make the changes. Don't just have a day that's splattered here and there. Schedule it in. In the morning, encourage yourself, pump yourself. Know that you are going to be a great singer today because you did the work. You did your songs as if you're on stage, so that when you go on stage, you built that momentum. You know what to do with that part. When you're going for that high note that you were afraid of, you're not afraid of it now because you thought of how you were great and how you always sang it. You have that good mental thought before you're going in because you practiced it. You practiced it. You practiced it. And then you breathe and you go for the note. You lift up and you aim. But what did you do before? 10, 15, 20, 30 times. You practiced getting it. And you got it. Finally, you got it. You found a way to do it. But the habit of practicing gave you that. Remember, the best keep working at it, even when they have succeeded. Okay? So, I haven't created a habit to practice my voice or musicianship. Can you do a detailed video about your routine? Oh, honey. Okay. I will tell you on Tuesday. I'm going to go live Tuesday morning. Okay, they're my live days. I just did this because I didn't have another video done for it. And I said, I'm just going to go live. So I love you because you're desiring it. Okay, so now the first thing, your homework is, what are the things that you definitely have to do? Okay? What is the time you get up? Everybody's different. When do you go to bed? What do you do before you go to bed? And what do you do early in the morning? Okay? So I want you to write those things down. Okay? You as a musician, yes, it's everybody, anybody that has talent, anybody who wants to lose weight. You've got to get the new habits in there. You want a new relationship. You've got to work it. You got to schedule in the date. You got to schedule in, to have the positive things to say. Okay. So yes, Tuesday morning, I will go over my ritual and talk to you about having your rituals. Okay, Tuesday morning. And then if you can't watch, it's 10:30 Pacific time. I go live and I will talk about what I do. I think I've talked about it before. I don't know. But at any rate, I will talk about my ritual and continue on with this. But right now, I can relax now because it's the weekend and I can play hooky. I can stay up a little bit later. During the week, I can't. So I have boundaries. Okay, we'll talk about that. So remember, you're going to have to do this for yourself. You can do this. And you want to be the best. I don't want to just be good. I want to be great. Right now, better than I've ever been. Okay? Come off stage saying, yes, I did what I practiced because I practiced my butt off. Okay? So 10:30 on Tuesday, Pacific time. I am on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. All right? So I love you, my pro singers, okay, musicians, artists of all kind. Be the best you can be. You can do this. It feels so good to have practiced and to say, I did it. I didn't slough off. I did it. And look, I'm getting better. Doesn't matter your age. I'm getting better. At this age, I'm better. Okay? All right. Got to say bye, bye, bye. You know where to get a hold of me. Okay. MarquitaWaters.com. And I'm going to put my banner up. Where's my little old banner, honey? There you go. MarquitaWaters.com. You can get a hold of me there. I do private lessons. Okay. So I'm going to tell you that I have a course coming up for pro singers who are straining 30 and over. Okay, I do have free warm-ups. If you go to marquitawaters.com, you can get free /services, and you just enter your name and email, and you can get free warm-ups for singers. Okay, and I said I had 3, but I put a bonus in there. I did 4 because I can't help myself. When I teach, I go overboard because that's what you need. You need somebody who is the example of blowing up because they're so excited. Okay? Love what you do what you love. All right. I've said enough. I'm going to go get some wine. Yes, I am. I can play hooky. I give myself hooky time. Yeah, you always have to have a good time. All right. Bye, 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 bye. I shall see you. I'm going to end the broadcast. Bye, bye, babies. Bye, bye.